Today's topic for discussion is a description of plant which is botanically named as Barleria priontis, and it is the member of Acanthaceae family. In Acanthaceae family, about 250 genera and 2500 species has been included. And the genus Barleria priontis, it is a very common member which is a xerophytic, and it is very commonly grown in as an ornamental plant in gardens or also in kitchen gardens, and it is also it occurs in wild state. The common name of this plant Barleria priontis is, in Marathi it is called as Koranti. The local names are different in different languages in India. And how is the habit of this plant? Habit and habitat. It is a xerophytic plant, and most of the plants of this family are mesophytes, but it possesses some xerophytic characteristics. It is spiny undershrub. It occurs throughout the world, throughout temperate regions. It is a common plant and it is annual or perennial plant. How is the stem of this plant? Stem is erect, bushy, it is branched, stem is solid, it is green in color, it is hard and somewhat cylindrical stem. Next slide. How is the root and the stem? Root of the plant is branched and it is a taproot system. That means it is a dicot plant. It is the member of Dicotyledon. Okay. Next, bark. A thin green bark is there, closely associated with the stem. Next slide. The plant at the nodal regions, spines are there. The base of the leaves is protected by 3 to 5 sharp spines. There are 3 or sometimes 2 or 4 acicular spines are there. They are of different size. The size of the spine is different. So they are described as divaricate spines. Okay, next slide. This is a leaf of the plant and it is a simple leaf, and the petiole is very small, very short in length, and the leaf shape is ellipsoidal. Color of leaf is green, and petiole is present. It is a very short, but petiole is present. What is petiole? It is a short stalk-like structure of the leaf. What is simple leaf? In simple leaf, only petiole and lamina is there. Such leaf is described as simple leaf, and it has a petiole. If the petiole is present, then you have to describe the leaf as a petiolate leaf, and the base is tapering into the petiole. The base of the leaf, it is tapering into the petiole. Petiole, it is the stalk of the leaf. And how is the phyllotaxy? What is phyllotaxy? Phyllotaxy means arrangement of the leaves on the stem of the plant. Phyllotaxy is opposite. The leaves are arranged opposite to each other, and in some case in the upper part of the plant, decussate arrangement of leaf is common. Next heading. This is also about the leaf. This is the lower side surface of the leaf in the photograph. Margin of the leaf is entire because it is in continuation, continuous margin, soft margin. It is such margin is described as entire margin. See this in the figure. And base of the leaf, it is a cuneate, gradually becomes pointed and attached to the petiole, and apex is acute, again it is pointed. Stipule. What is stipule? A leafy structure. If it is present at the base of the petiole, then the leaf is described as stipulate. When it is absent, stipule is absent in this plant. In Barleria, stipule is absent. If the stipule is absent, the leaf is described as exstipulate. Okay. Texture of the leaf is soft Venation, veins. Veins are reticulate venation is there in the leaf. If reticulate venation is there, then the leaf, the plant is of dicot. It is a dicot plant. Next slide. Inflorescence. Inflorescence is axillary or terminal spike. Next slide. This is a flower of Barleria. It is bracteate flower. See in the photograph at the base of the flower there is a bract. Bract is present. It is again a leafy structure. When it is present at the base of the flower, it is called bract. When such a small leafy structure, when it occurs at the base of the leaf, that is called stipule. And same or somewhat different shape of such a small leafy structure when occurs at the base of the flower, it is called as bract, and the flower is described as bracteate flower. Okay. In this flower, observe keenly, there is no pedicel. Pedicel, it is the stalk of the flower. Pedicel means stalk of the flower. Stalk is absent in the flower. If the stalk is absent, then the flower is described as sessile. In absence of pedicel, the flower is described as sessile flower. S-E-S-S-I-L-E, sessile. And the flower parts, they are small hairy growth is there. And symmetry, how it's, whether the flower is symmetrical or not symmetrical. If it is symmetrical, it is described as actinomorphic. It is not symmetrical, then it is described as zygomorphic. Here the flower is moderately symmetrical. Okay. Next heading, sexuality. The flower when consists of androecium as well as gynoecium, such flower is described as bisexual. Bisexual flower, or it is also called as hermaphrodite flower. How is the position of ovary in the flower? Position of ovary is superior. Superior ovary means the calyx, corolla, androecium, they are originated from the base of the ovary, hence the ovary is superior, or superior ovary is also described as hypogynous. Thalamus. Thalamus is absent in this. This is the member of Acanthaceae and thalamus is absent. Next color of the flower is turmeric yellow. Next slide. This is a bract of the flower. This leafy structure, it occurs at the base of the flower and that is called as bract. Bract is present, hence the flower is called bracteate, just I told you. And when the bract is like a leaf, it is a foliaceous leaf, foliaceous bract, oblong in shape. Its shape is lanceolate or somewhat oblong, and the apex of the bract is acute. This is the description of bract. Next slide. This is the calyx of the Barleria. Calyx, it is the first whorl of the flower. There are 4 lobes or sometimes 5 lobes of calyx present, and which are deeply divided, unequal in size as shown in the photograph, and they are green in color, and they are free, so that they are described as polysepalous. If the calyx lobes are free, what is calyx? All the sepals together known as calyx, and when they are free, they are described as polysepalous. How is the arrangement of the sepals in the flower? That means aestivation. Aestivation means arrangement of sepals or petals. In this case, valvate aestivation is there. No edge of sepal is overlapped with the edge of adjacent sepal, and they are all sepals arranged opposite to each other. Such arrangement of the sepals is described as valvate arrangement. Next, corolla. It is a second whorl of flower. It is the colored part of the flower, and it is colored because to attract the insects. And there are, how many petals are there? All petals together known as corolla. How many petals are there? There are only 4 petals. Form of corolla, in many books it has written bilabiate, but it is not a bilabiate. If you, it looks like a bilabiate, but it is not a bilabiate corolla, because all the 4 sepals, they are near about, they are separate, and color of corolla is turmeric yellow. They are arranged in one whorl, that is whorl of petals is 1, and they are free. Polypetalous condition is there. Aestivation, arrangement of the sepals, that is imbricate. That means imbricate aestivation, the each petal is having two edges. One edge is one petal is having both the edges outside to adjacent petal, and out of total one petal is like that, both the edges are inside the adjacent petal, like that, and remaining petals are alternately arranged in the flower. Such arrangement, that is described as imbricate aestivation. Imbricate arrangement, imbricate aestivation. Next slide. This is the androecium, male part of the flower. There are two stamens as shown in the photograph, and they are exerted. What is exerted? Because they faced outward to the peripheral region of the flower, and there are two staminodes are also present. That means two fertile stamens and two staminodes, sterile stamens. In this way, there are total 4 stamens. 2 sterile, 2 fertile. 2 fertile stamens are shown in the figure, and filaments are very long, protrude out from corolla, therefore exerted. That is called exerted. And whorls are 1. They are arranged in one whorl, and these stamens at the lower region, they are attached to the petals. Such stamens are described as epipetalous. Next heading, anther. Anther. Anther lobe is yellow colored, and the basipetal attachment is there. Not basipetal. The anther is bilobed, and attachment of the anther is basifixed. That means the anther lobe is attached at the basal region to the filament. What is filament? Stalk of the anther is filament. Okay, it is a dithecous anther, two-celled, and how it divides, how it breaks down. It divides or it breaks down after maturity of the pollen grains inside the anther. The anther lobe naturally it split open vertically or in longitudinally. Hence, the dehiscence of anther is longitudinal. Next slide. This is the flower showing anthers. Next, this is gynoecium. It is the female part of the flower. See the style, it is very long and thin style, and stigma is nodulated, red colored. In the photograph we have shown, and the position of ovary is superior because the calyx, stamens and corolla, they are originated from the base of the ovary. Therefore, position of ovary is superior. Carpels are 2. If you take the section of ovary, you can get there are 2 carpels and 2 ovules in each of the ovary. And how is the placentation? What is placentation? It is the attachment of the ovules to the ovary wall. Placentation is axile. They are attached to the central axis of the ovary. Next slide. Capsule type of fruit. The fruit is loculicidal capsule. And seeds are covered with silky hairs. The hairs are present on the seeds. Again, the silky hairs helps in dissemination of the seeds from one place to another. And there are 2 seeds present which are flat in each fruit. Next slide. Thank you. Save trees, save earth.